everybody, to Ria Vision Avant here. And listen, on this training, I'm going to show you guys how to be able to use your book so that you can actually get on more stages. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. All right, everybody. So hello. So listen, previously we tried to go live with this, but I just was having some challenges with the internet. We went into a training that should have taken about 45 minutes long. It took about twice the time, and I still wasn't able to get everything done. So I wanted to still go ahead and redo this training for you guys because I know how powerful it can be when you learn how to leverage your book. Okay, so I am here to show you today how to use your book so you can get on more stages. All right, now a little bit about myself. I am a coach that shows speakers, coaches, and networkers how to use their books to grow their business. I believe this right here is an amazing marketing tool. Now, in the process, I've helped more than 6,000 men and women to become published authors. But one thing I started learning was that around 2019, I started paying attention that a lot of these authors were not fully leveraging their books to the best that they could, right? They were not making the money that they deserved. And so instead of only just helping people to write books, I sought out to now show authors how to be profitable and how to use this to do what I had done and build a multiple six-figure-a-year business, okay? So I like to work specifically with speakers, coaches, and networkers who have a goal of making at least $10,000 a month. So if this is you, this is going to be powerful. Now, why is it important to be able to leverage your book to speak on more stages? Because the more stages that you get on, the more faces that you see, the more opportunity to build more connections and more business, okay? So you want to be able to pitch yourself. And if it's one thing that I wish that I would have done more of when I first got into this space of coaching was pitching myself to be on more stages. I literally had to grind it out to build a six-figure business of doing multiple workshops of my own. But the challenge with doing your own workshop is that guess what? It can be expensive, right? So do me a favor in the chat space, go ahead and let me know what it is that you do. Let me know what business you're in. How do you help your audience? Things of that nature, because I always love to come back and look. So today we're going to talk about why you should pitch yourself. We're going to talk about how to find events, as well as how, once you find those events, how to be able to really pitch yourself. And then I'm going to show you guys a bonus. Okay. So the first thing, let's talk about why you should pitch yourself for events. Okay. Well, first of all, as I said before, is that to do your own events is very expensive. When I got into the coaching space, I literally did my own events. Now, it's not just expensive in money, it's expensive in time. Because while I was using many locations that did not cost me money, like libraries and restaurants that allow me to host an event where people could order on their own, I still had to spend money in the back end for marketing, okay? And so when you do your own event, you are in charge of the marketing. You are in charge of the event location. And I'm not saying that you should not do your own events, because you definitely should. But the benefit of being able to get on somebody who already has an event is that they have a network, they have the event space, and if you can bring value, then they'll be able to have you to come in front of their audience to bring that value, right? So I believe that you should definitely pitch yourself. Now, I don't bank my only income off of speaking at other people's events, just so that you know. Majority of my income from me doing my own events. However, if I can get on another stage that has a few hundred people there, I'm not going to turn that down either, right? So you want to pitch yourself because it gives you the opportunity to expand your network instead of just only continuously speaking in front of the same people. Okay, so utilizing your book to pitch. Now, how do you find events? So it's very easy to do. All you have to do, and I'm going to pull up my screen real quick now so we can just pull up some stuff, right? I want to pull up some things. I am going to go to Google, and all you have to do, guys, is search for events, right? So let's say that I want to find an event like Women's Conferences 2023, and I say I want to find Georgia, right? So I'm going to search Women's Conferences 2023. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a spreadsheet because there's a couple of elements that I want to make sure that I add into this spreadsheet, okay? So I'm going to pull up a spreadsheet on Google Docs. and we're going to create a blank one. Now, what we want to find is going to be a couple of elements. Number one, we want to find the name of the event, right? So we're going to type that in on this spreadsheet. Oh, y'all can't see me anymore. Let me turn my camera on. There we go. So we're going to put the name of the event, date of the event. If you can get the organizer name, that would be great. You might have phone, email, website. If they have like an Instagram, you know, if you want to go deep into, you know, searching, you can. But name of the event, date, organizer, and phone and email are going to be your main specific things that you want to have, right? So now we're going to go ahead and just title this events, okay? Great. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go here to search for events. So look at this. The cool thing about Google is that you'll see that they'll have like a list of events in the search, but you can also look at some of the sponsored ones because, of course, these people are paying for stuff to be out there. So I might open up these women's conferences right here. And then, of course, I can go right here to see all the events under the events tab in Google, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to see if there's events that actually cater to the audience that I serve, okay? All right, so look at this. Women of Color in Business, and this is coming up on the 20th of April. This is at the Georgia International Convention Center. So this is what I'm going to do for this particular event. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find the actual website for it, okay? All right. So let's see if we can find the actual website as well as much contact information. So it's on this particular site that's created by Eventbrite, right? But I'm going to see, look, they have the tickets start at $100. Here's the Eventbrite page. So I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to put it over here on for the website. Okay. Now, I don't know if they have like an official website, but we'll use that for now, right? But then what we want to do is try to find as much as we can as far as contact information. So I'm going to scroll in here to see if they have any contact. Hold up. See something? I thought one of the persons, she looked like. Oh, I was looking for the names. I was like, okay, I think I know her, but no, I don't. Okay, so we're going to go here. So they have a website. So let's see if we can find the website. Natural Hair Show is the website they have connected. Okay, so that's who's doing this event, but that's fine. We'll still go ahead and see. Let's see, Natural Hair and Beauty. And so then I'm going to go here to try to find the contact information. Let's see here if we can find it. I don't see it. So let's see if we can find under here. Panels. Here's the Women of Color Summit. Right? So as you can see, it takes a little work, right? So what you want to be doing, guys, is you want to be trying to find 10. So I typically recommend spend a Monday on you trying to find 10 events that you can pitch yourself to, right? So 10 events on a Monday, and then on a Tuesday is when you can actually reach out. So I'm still trying to find if I can find an email or something. Let me go to their Instagram page. Maybe they have it on their Instagram, their contact. Okay. I'm going to search also from my phone because sometimes it's a little bit different. Natural Hair Show. As far as how to get the contact, you know, sometimes, okay, yeah, because like on the phone, it gives you, I don't see it I don't think you could do it on the computer, see, but on the phone, I actually found their email and their phone number. So, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and type in their email and phone number right here, which is, let's see. I'll just type it. I was trying to copy it, but. Okay, it's going to be ASKTALIAH at AskTaliaNaturalHair.org. And so I'm assuming that the person's name is Talia. And then they have a phone number as well, 770-805-8865. And then the date of the event is going to be April the 20th, I believe. April 20th, 2023. And the name of the event is the Women of Color in Business, right? So the 2023 Women of Color in Business Summit. So we're going to put that here. All right. Now, you want to do this on a Monday where you can go and research up to 10 events. Okay. So as you can see, this can take some time, right? This can definitely take some time. However, I do have something I want to show you guys, because now once you have found these events, then the next thing you want to do is you want to email them. Okay. And so I'm going to show you a nice little template that you guys can use to actually email them. All right. So let's get into that real quick of what that template is going to look like. All right. So here is the email template. And I have also included the link to this template so you can download it and update it for yourself. Okay. Now it's going to be a couple of things I want you guys to know. I've created the template so that it can be used in our CRM software, which is our BPC system. Okay. Hopefully, guys, if you are not utilizing a CRM, that you're planning on getting this done sooner than later, because it allows you to really do a lot more automating with your business. Okay. But you can still take this document and really kind of customize it to your own, even if you are manually sending out the emails. So if you notice, it's going to start off with saying, "Dear contact organizer name." That is the name that we put in. I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to express my interest in speaking at the upcoming name of the conference, scheduled to take place on date of the conference. And this is your professional name, like something like as a coach to speakers, I have extensive and whatever your related field. My focus is on, and then listen, you can have this whole email, right? So I'm going to show you how I am going to automate this with our BPC system. But you would basically go ahead and take this and you can email this out with your picture and stuff like that to everybody that you create a list on. So remember, on Monday, you research the 10, and on Tuesday, you email, because the research is going to take you time if you don't already have it set up. Okay. So you research on Monday and then you email on Tuesday. Your goal is to get a response. Now, what you're going to find, guys, is that some people might say, "I'm busy," or I already have all my speakers. Even if they say they already have speakers, that does not mean give up. That means reply back, because they replied back. And you might say something like, "Oh, no worries. Well, listen, do you have any availability? Any spaces for volunteers? I understand how hard it is to do events. Even if I can help you at the event, I'm willing to." And I'm telling you guys, what happens is, because a lot of times people don't just offer to come and help, right? Or sometimes people will do stuff like this, says, "Well, if you need me for anything, let me know." What does that mean? No, you're telling them, "Hey, I don't have a problem with coming to do registration. I can come and do seating and make sure that, it's lit up right." Give that person some specifics on what you can help with. Because what I have found is that sometimes even when you just offer your service, a lot of times, man, it'll really pull that person's guard down. And whether they invite you to speak at that event or the next event, you're going to find it absolutely awesome, right? So you're also going to ask them if you can send them a copy of your book. So in this template, it also is going to invite, "Hey, I also would like to send you a copy of my book." So make sure that you want to add that in, right? So even if they reply back and they say, "I already got someone," no worries. Well, still, "Can I send you a copy of my book?" And you can even add it in this particular email as well, right? So that's what you're going to do. And you're going to follow up. Now, the fortune is in the follow-up. So even if they don't email you back the first day, then you might email them again. So if you have a spreadsheet, maybe you might add a column that has notes to track. You sent the email on this day, and then you sent another email in 2 days. Now, keep in mind, if you are utilizing just an email software, you have to do it manually. Okay. Now, I want to show you something else, because we have a program called Book Profits Club where we have a lot of resources. And so real quick, I'm going to show you what that looks like. All right. So here is our Book Profits Club University. And basically, This university does provide a ton of training, but it also has some amazing resources. And so under the promoting tab, you'll see that we have podcasts. We have thousands of podcasts that you can pitch yourself to. We have TEDx events that you can pitch yourself to. We have events, and this is what we're going to use on today that you can pitch yourself to, as well as media outlets. And so when you click on the events, what our staff actually does is when somebody joins Book Profits Club Elite, we actually start to search for events taking place in your major city that you're near. So whichever area you want us to research, we'll pick one city that's your major location, and then you're able to click on here and download it. So I'm going to show you what that looks like because I've already downloaded it. And so we update it weekly. And so right here, you see this is the spreadsheet. Matter of fact, I should have opened it up in Numbers, but that's okay. We'll open it up in Excel. Let me see while it's doing that. Let me see. Open up in Numbers. Because I don't have Excel on here. All right, so here it is in Numbers. Now it will open in Excel as well, so just want y'all to know. But I have Numbers on my Mac. So, anyways, when you install it, oh no, that's why you have to open it up. Hold on one sec, guys. Let me make sure. Do I have the right one open? No. Let me delete that. This is not the correct file. It's still opening. All right, here it is. Okay, so when you open it, you're going to notice that we have a ton of locations. So our staff goes and looks for events taking place all over Georgia, Florida, Maryland, Los Angeles. These are all upcoming events, and we clean it out once it has gone to pass. So we're continuously looking for events in markets that are elite members so that it can save you a ton of time, right? So I'm just going to use, for example, Houston, Texas, because you know I'm in Texas, right? So look at all these great events that are taking place. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this real quick. And I'm going to copy this and open up a new one because you may not want to pitch yourself to all these events, right? Who knows? Or you might be like me, too. This is a numbers game, right? So you can take all and then, of course, update your information and pitch yourself to those events because you never know. They might even have an event coming up in the future that might be a great look for you, right? So you have all these events. And so as you can see, I know it may be a little small. So let me try to, I'm going to make this column a little bit bigger so you can see the size of this font. I'll make it a little bit bigger. So look at this, women's payday panel, Kingdom Sisters, book launch and conversation, empowerment, women. And if you happen to notice and you're an elite member and you're like, man, I'm not seeing enough events that are connected to where, you know, something that I can do, then let us know because our staff is on hand to look for all types of stuff. So maybe you work with children and you want to find more children's conferences or something like that for teachers or whatever. We will be able to update that and do the research on your behalf. Okay. So as you can see, we have this now. Our researcher, she looks up the contact person, the phone number, the email. Now, sometimes we're not able to find the contact person. And so for a situation like that, I still like to update that. So watch this. I'm going to organize, sort it by the contact person. Oh, it doesn't have this as the header, darling. Let me see if I can make this the header. This is convert to header row. Okay. All right. And then let's go ahead and update it to the contact person. And so you see, sometimes we do have the contact person, but for the ones where we don't, I am going to say, I'm going to update it to say like, I'm going to say like something like speaker and organization host, right? And so that way, if it doesn't have the name, it'll at least put something there, right? So I'm going to paste that in because we do need the contact person, okay? All right. I'm actually going to, I think I already used Houston. So let me do one more. Let me do Atlanta. And so I will pitch myself at different locations because I know that I'm traveling to a lot of locations, right? So, did I close it? I think I did. So let's open that one back up. Events. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to look for events in Georgia. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this and then paste this onto a separate spreadsheet. All right. Make sure I make this header. Okay, it's a header. All right. So then I'm going to also make sure I only want stuff in Atlanta. So let me organize or sort this and sort it for location city. To be Lithia Springs is not bad, but Athens and Alpharetta, I don't know about all that. So we're going to remove all of those. Now, for those of you guys who are in those markets, of course, that's great. Or if you don't mind going to those markets, that's going to be great for you, right? And then again, when you join in, and if you're a part of the Big Book Profits Club Elite family and you find that you need more events in your market, then let us know, because we have, as you can see, we're searching everywhere. So Augusta, all these other locations. Beaufort, Georgia is still kind of like, that's, Clarkston, College Park is not bad. So instead of you guys having to research and find all these events, we can do those events for you, right? East Point. All right. So let's go ahead and clean it up real quick. Fayetteville, Forest Park, no. Hampton, Kennesaw is not too bad. Lawrenceville, no. Lawrenceville. So again, you just look up, you go into the areas where you want to speak. And so I'm going to go ahead and remove the rest, Northeast Atlanta. So you see, this is like over 100 that we have so far. Sandy Springs, Savannah, nope. And let me just ahead, y'all. Sometimes you do got to get on the road, okay? You got to be willing to travel sometimes. So, okay, so I'm just going to delete that for now. And so I'm going to start off with these ones, okay? And so I have a total of, wow, it's a lot. Now, of course, I'm going to possibly look at some of these events to see what's going on, making sure that it makes sense, right? And then you can go ahead. But for me, I'm just going to go ahead and pitch it anyways, right? So just so you guys can see. So I'm going to say this, and I'm going to call this like events in Atlanta, Atlanta events. Okay. Now, remember, we already have this email that's set up, but I'm going to show you how in our software, we actually have an automation template for our BPC members. Okay. So in here, I pulled up under our templates. And so let me exit out of here real quick so you guys can see. So this is the example of our BPC system. As an elite member, every single person gets access to this system. Okay. And so when you get access to this system, you're able to now send out emails and things of that nature, okay? And so anyways, this is an automation that we have created for you called Pitch to Speak at Event. Now, there are a couple of features that you have to update on this automation. If you go to settings, there's going to be two areas. You're going to have custom fields and custom values. Under the custom values, this is where you're going to go in and pre-populate some content that's going to stay basically the same, okay? So I'm going to go here and click on 100, and you'll see it starts off with the word pitching. So you have the industry field, previous conference names, professional name, proposed presentation, related field, topic of expertise, and title of book. So let me show you how you update this. You just simply click on the pencil. And if you don't see this in your software, if you are a BPC system member, let us know so we can send the template over. So you see, you'll just be able to update whatever you want it to say. Now, yours will not have it already pre-populated. It'll say something like title of book. And so you'll have to go in and make sure that you populate these items right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put the title of the book in, paste that in, and click update. And you'll see that it updates all the content, right? Now, let me just show you how the automation does work. So I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to click on the automation. And the name of the automation is going to be called, I put it in this particular folder so I can easily find it, but the name of the automation is going to be called Pitch to Speak at Event. So when you click on this, you're going to see that it has these emails already in place. So the first email it's going to send out is the one where you see the template that we gave you. Now, what I'm going to recommend, guys, is that you want to make a copy of this before you start actually updating it. Now, you will not see like your picture and stuff. You'll want to update these details. Also, there's one other thing I want to add in. Love to send you a copy of my book. Just reply with your mailing address so I can send in the mail copy of my book, and then I'm going to add in this custom value of title of book right here. Okay, and I'm going to make that bold because I want that to stand out. And we're going to go ahead and click save. All right. So these emails, then it's a text message. If they have a phone number, it's going to say, hey, name, my name is username, and I just sent you important email about your upcoming events, and then the conference name. Save, right? And then email. This is going to be the second day or the second email that goes out after 2 days. All right. So you see, it's going to say basically it's almost the same. It's just saying, hey, listen, I sent you an email. I'm just checking back up. And then you have another one. And why is this important? Because automation, right? Who has time to go back every single day and continuously email? Because remember, we're going to send this out on a specific day of the week. So because you don't have to go and do the research on Monday and then the emails on Tuesday, you literally can just find the events in your market that you would like to speak at, and you inbox them on a Monday, right? This will allow you the ability to be able to have more automation in your business, and you don't have to wait on that. Now, of course, you can always tweak and update some of the content, the email, the subject, things of that nature, but this is going to give you a place to start. Now, one of the things that I also want to make sure that I add here under settings, for those of you guys who have access, under settings, you're going to put your name and you're going to put your actual email. And then I even have stop on response. So if somebody actually replies back, it's going to automatically remove them from this automation, because my goal is to get a response. Okay. If somebody reads it, you want to also mark this so that in your conversations, and I'll show you how that looks. Okay. So now we've got our automation already set up. We've implemented our contact details. Now we want to add in that Atlanta contact list. So I'm going to go here to contacts, and then what I'm going to do is import in that list of people that I've already added, right? So I'm going to go here and watch this. So I'm going to upload, and remember I called it Atlanta events. So we're going to go ahead and click on that, and we're going to start the import process. And so now it's going to, through its artificial intelligence, try to automatically map out your content, but you're going to also make sure that it is correct and make sure that the mapping is right. So we're going to wait for this to do its thing. All right. Okay, so as you can see, it went ahead and tried to map some of the stuff. So I'm going to update it myself, and because there's some specific fields for when we're reaching out to events that I've created. So we're going to type in the word conference under here in search. So when you start typing the word conference, what's going to pop up is going to say conference date. So we want to add that in. Boom. Then the name of the event. So I'm going to type conference instead of just this name of the event. I want it to be the conference name because that's what's in the email automation that we've already created. Okay. So conference name. Boom. Here we go. Website, email, phone, those are fine. Well, this is the phone. Uh-oh. That is incorrect. It says contact person. Hold on. Let me make sure I check this email out real quick. The event, Atlanta events. Contact. Oh, it's just one person. Their phone number is in the contact person. Okay, we need to fix that real quick. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to cancel that because it's one thing I did forget to add. So let me cancel this and show y'all what I need to do for this one anyways. So let me make sure I move this over here. And then we're going to say, because we don't have the names of some of them, I want to make sure that I still have something in that contact person. So it's very important that we do that. So let me go ahead and put contact person and sort it. Okay, great. And then for where it does not have a contact person, we wanted to say speaker and organization host, something like that. Okay. Or organization or speaker and event coordinator. Coordinator. All right. And then we're going to just go ahead and paste this down for all of these people. Even though I can tell some of these people, they got names, but in the email. Okay, great. Then I'm going to go ahead and export this out so that it has that populated. Okay, so we're going to export it to a CSV. And we're going to export it as the Atlanta events, same name. So we're going to import this in once we have finished the export. Export. And let's go back to here to import those contacts in, okay? So we're going to import them in real quick by simply going to our contact space on the CRM, and we'll import them directly in, okay? I'm going to show you guys then once we import them in how to automatically start the automation, okay? So we're going to go ahead and click on import and bring those contacts in. Okay, so finally, this thing has been taking forever. So anyway, so we're going to map in our fields, right? So we have the date of the event. We're going to map it to not just the field that says date. It needs to be the conference date. So we want that to update to conference date. Then we're going to do conference name. Okay. Then we're going to do the website is fine, email is fine, and we have the phone number. I see the phone number is still in the same. Whatchamacallit? Let me see something real quick. Oh, let's see. Yeah, some of the phone numbers are still over here. That's okay. We're still just going to go ahead and import it in. So we'll import this contact name. Make sure to check your spreadsheet. Make sure that everything is correct because I didn't notice that. But that's fine. We'll keep it like this. Conference name. Phone number. We're going to update this to city and state. City and state. All right. All right. And then we're not going to map any of these additional fields, okay? So remember, you want to make sure the conference date is here, the conference name, and the organizer name. Very important. Okay, so we're going to click on do not import the unmatched columns, and we're going to click next. Now, this is what's great about this software, is that this next step that I follow is going to automatically add them in to that automation. So whatever CRM you have, this is what you want to be able to do, okay? All right, so it's now on this page and I want to click on advanced. And first thing I want to do is, because these are Atlanta events, I'm just going to put a tab that says Atlanta events so I can have this tag to be saved. Ooh, that's not spelled correct. Atlanta events. All right. And then I need to add one other tag, because in the automation, I'll show you where it does it, but it's got, it's going to have an automation that triggers the automation to start when the tag is events to pitch. And so I want to make sure I add this tag in so that automation automatically starts. So I'm going to go ahead and click on submit. And now it is starting to process these contacts and add them in, right? So now look, I'm going to go over here to automation. And you're going to go to that automation that we just updated in the software. Now remember, if you already have your own CRM and things, you can already have that. The great thing with software here is that we actually give you these templates. So look at this, pitch to speak at event. It's now 142. And what I love so much about this is I can go here to the email and I can click on statistics, and I can literally see who actually opened it up, who received it, everything. So we had our 84.51% delivery rate. 18% of them actually opened it. Look at this. So I can click to see, look at all these people who opened up my email. This is awesome. I can even see those who clicked it. Now, if somebody has clicked it, this is a strong possibility they're interested. That means they clicked on my link in the email. Look at this. These people that clicked on it, I could even do a specific follow-up with them directly. I could even see, look, these two people replied to the email. This is literally done, y'all. I sent out the 142 contacts within the past hour. And so it's all about pitching yourself. It is a numbers game, okay? And so now with those people that replied, I'm then going to see what the response is. And then if they want, you know, if they don't have any space, cool. Can I still send you a copy of my book? Maybe I can come and support and volunteer. How can I build a relationship with these folks? Guys, imagine you do this just one time per week. Now, of course, with our software, we are every single week looking for new events that are taking place in your particular market. Or if you don't have access to these resources, you do it yourself. But the key here is the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. And remember, guys, when it comes to this, it's not just about, hey, how many stages can I get on? It's about how can I leverage this book? You will get 5 people. You get 5 people in a month to say yes. Let's just say out of those 5, you sent them a copy of your book. One of them says, come and speak on my stage in front of 200, 300 people. That's 200 to 300 new people on your list. If all 5 say yes, that's a lot of people that you could be adding to your database, okay? Now, what do you speak about? Well, that's something that you have to figure out, right? You have to figure that out. That is actually something that every single one of you guys as speakers, coaches, and networkers, you need to have a signature talk. Now, I'm going to be doing a free session where you guys can learn more about then how to turn your book into the multiple streams of income and the things that you can be doing every single day to generate over $10,000 per month. Now, in order to get access to this free training, you're going to have to go to bookprofitssession.com. It is live on Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So yes, you have to attend the live session. Now, if you want the replay, as long as you join Book Profits Club, you can join BPC and you can actually get the replay from this session. But I hope that this was of value. But let me tell you something, guys. Pitch yourself. Don't wait on people to come and ask you. Send people a copy of your book. It's going to separate you from your audience, all right? Well, with that stated, guys, I hope that this was good. Have a wonderful and blessed day. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.